Hey there, Year 3. We are going to go into a second part to making our game. Our game so far has some very simple controls, and these allow us to use the WASD keys. The only problem is that our code isn't very tidy, really. It's tidy-ish. However, we kind of want to put these things into something called a loop. And these loops, they go sort of down, and you can see that there's a little arrow that points it back up. So the computer will read this and then go back up to the top and see if this key is still pressed. So we need to tidy this up, and the first thing we're going to do is pull our forever out, because we want this to be forever. And we also want our event to be when the game actually starts, because later on there's going to be something that we're going to do with this green flag. So we want a green flag in there too. And so now we're going to move this set of code that allows us to move Pico or your characters around, and we're going to be able to control them with an if statement. So we're going to put this if statement inside here. So we're going to have 4 of those. I'm going to grab another 3 like this. And this is kind of the long way to do it, but it allows us to understand that we can have an up, down, left, right situation going on here. So we're going to have W, which is up first. And then over here, what I'm going to do is the computer needs to sense a key. All right. So over here, I've got these hexagon shapes, and the hexagon shapes match with the hexagon shapes here, or hexagonal shapes there. So I'm going to drag those in, and when I drag them over, you can see it as they've done before, they light up and they snap in there. So when we see those shapes, they are the ones that match. So if I give you an example how the other shapes match, I've got these ovals here, and the ovals match the oval shapes in there. Okay, but that's something for a little bit later. So I'm going to go and make sure that they snap in there, and then I'm going to go and change my space key to WASD. So I'm going to go and roll down. I'm going to get W, S, up, down, left, right, and then left is A, and D is right. So I'm going to go and match these now to these blocks. D, I'm going to go and match that in there and match that in there. Now it looks longer, and it is longer, but this now allows us to be able to edit and change this a lot easier later on. So that is a much neater piece of code. So when I click on the green flag, which is going to signify that this is going to be on, and it's going to turn it on, you can see it light up. And now when I use my arrow keys, you'll notice that Pico now moves in a much smoother way than before. Next, we're going to go and see how our game actually works, because we want the planet to appear again, we want it to show, and we want it to randomize, giving us that game feel. Good. Let's go and get our code looking like that. You can pause this on your screen, and you can copy it.